A lot of these are old notes because I already had them down. Yeah, I already had them down. Right. Well, so I just add stuff.
Lukey got a mind like an owl, boy.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah.
I got a steel trap for a brain, man.
Yeah,
I ain't lost my daughter yet. That
was a funny situation, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway.
No, we're moving on.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and set it off, man. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody, welcome to the motherfucking The Bits Podcast. We motherfucking the issue, motherfucking 194. PrimoJAB, it's a fly shirt you got there, yo.
Oh man, you know it got this. What is this? Desert tan camo edition of the anglerfish, produced by none other than Karl, the illustrious.
That's right.
Odd Mod Workshop. You know what I'm saying? Where? I see Jamil Honesty. Something. Boom. Karl, what you got there? Bomb Mars now, yo.
That's right. Repping the band. Gotta do it.
Yeah. Well, I gotta give me something to drink on, man. Everybody out there, we got a really special guest right here, you know what I'm saying, by way of Staten Island and Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? We're B-more. We're gonna find out when he got down there. We're gonna find out about a lot of good stuff, man. We got Jamil Honesty in the building.
Word in peace, man. How y'all doing, man? Long overdue.
Great, man.
Yes.
Great.
I love your platform, man. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for popping out.
That's what's up, man. I got a serious question to ask right away.
Uh-oh.
And there's no right or wrong answer to this question.
I might have a serious answer. Who knows?
Yeah. Yo, it can be serious, it can be silly, because a lot of people have waged war about this question. Yeah. Tribe or Wu-Tang?
Damn. Yeah, Wu, man.
Word. Is it 100%?
Even though it's not 100%. And the reason why I say it's not 100% is because if it wasn't for Tribe, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now.
There you go.
Nice.
Because what's funny, you came in on the podcast singing a song that made me start rapping.
I did my research. That's why I did it. Because you said, here we go. So I said, here we go for the scenario. Because you like that Busta Rhymes verse.
Absolutely. That's what got me to start writing. So I can't. Nice. So I can't deny. I can't deny the Tribe at all, man. Because if they weren't here, that album didn't exist. You wouldn't be talking to Jamil Honesty right now. So I can't give him 100%. But then on the flip side, like when I saw Wu being that I'm from Staten Island, that was the battery that was put in my back to be like, yo, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. And like 30 something years later, we here.
True indeed. Yeah, I mean, Tribe is a lot of our first love. I think my first love was Guru. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Gangstar.
No Solar.
You know No Solar. Definitely no Solar. We don't fuck with that guy. Yeah.
I definitely, my favorite joint, one of my favorite joints of all time was I Left My Wallet in El Segundo. That was definitely one of the first. I remember seeing that video.
Absolutely.
I think it was the premiere even as a kid, like as a shorty. And I was like, yo, this is bugged out. I love this.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? It caught me off guard. I remember it was like, I want to say like what, 88, 89, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I don't know if it was on MTV Raps or at the time, video music box, something. I know I was in the projects at the time.
Okay, you might have seen it on the video music box. Yeah. I know I saw it on MTV Raps. So, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
CDs bugged up. Oh shit.
Wow.
I was little, stealing people's tapes and CDs. Hey, yo, boom. I was going to transition it. Hey, yo, it's kind of crazy like that Busta Rhymes verse made my favorite Busta Rhymes song. It's called know that song he got on the Genesis? The all over the track, man. Pardon me. As I come back, but he turned into a hook. Neptune beats. And I was like, yo, that shit blew my mind hearing that, bringing that that line to a hook to a song. Yeah. I was like, yo, it brought me back. I want to listen to that tribe again and play that shit. That shit was hard, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, shout out to Busta Rhymes, man. Shout out to the Tribe. Shout out to Wu. Shout out to all. We gonna get into all of that, man. Like I got a song talking about like all the influences that I had. So that we're gonna go down the, you know what I mean? We're gonna go down memory lane and all that.
Yeah, back in the day, I could never tell if he was just insane or if he was just intentionally pushing boundaries. and well, just because it was just so crazy what Busta was doing.
Yeah, you know what kind of caught me was the fact that he sounds similar to the music that I was vibing to. So at the time, man, I wasn't even really a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to R&B or like old shit, like my people's like 45s and records and shit like that. Or I was listening to dancehall. And, you know what I'm saying? So when I heard him, I'm like, yo, this shit, the cadence and the flow sounds similar to what I was listening to, like Ninja Man and, you know what I'm saying? Bougie,
even the tone of his voice. Yeah, definitely.
So I'm like, yeah, it really caught my attention. Like, oh, Eddie Rahman, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, he was definitely pushing boundaries and doing shit that people wasn't really doing on this side of the fence back then.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into it, man. Like, who are some of your more influences other than the Wu and Tribe? And,
Nasir Jones, Tariq Trotter. The list goes on.
People that don't know.
Reggie Noble, Redman. Smith and Wesson, Buckshot. The list goes on. Common, Tribe, De La Soul. A little bit of everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when I first started rhyming, like I was very, very, I was a big student of it. I'm still a student, but I was like, yo, I used to have, had my book bag with my rhyme book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just, when albums would come out, when I had them, I was studying them. Even Snoop, I'm gonna tell you at the time. So around 93? Because I want to say Doggy Style came out before 36 Chambers, or it might have came out around the same time. All I know is that I had the Doggy Style first, so I was on Snoop. I was all about Snoop this, Snoop that, and then I remember hearing "It Ain't Hard to Tell" for the first time.
Yeah. Wow.
I threw my rhyme book away and bought a new one immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's
like
real.
From him, Enter the Stage, Black Moon, like that was a big influence on me. Like Buckshot's flow, how he was doing the cadence and the singing, rapping kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't give him his flowers, man. Like Buckshot was a lot of
Buckshot Shorty,
Buckshot Shorty from Camp Click, of course, Black Moon. Like if he didn't come in the game, man, it wouldn't be a lot of MCs out right now because he brought something new to the situation. You know what I'm saying? So
he did.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We talked about that. It's funny you say that. We talked about and kind of gave him some slight flowers recently. Just like to your point, man, a lot of people fail to realize that, in that era, the MCs that were like trend setting and really setting the tone, it was Buckshot, definitely Biggie, and I guess Redman. But then you could throw some other names in there like Tretch don't get enough shine too.
Tretch, absolutely.
But, yeah, man, Buckshot, absolutely, and not only for his rhyming, because like you said, that end of the stage was one of them projects that you had to have,
bro.
But his business mind, man, putting together Duck Down, him and Drew Ha teaming up, and really making a way for his brothers and Smith and Wesson, Helter Skelter, OGC, all of them to start coming to even to this day now with Rim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. Yep. I mean, he definitely put on for the culture for real. Like, straight from his backpack,
absolutely
with
right,
getting busy.
And they was one of the first ones I remember, like watching it on TV, like with the backpacks and all of that, like on live television, performing with them joints. You know what I'm saying? Boot Camp Click, man, that time was so magical, man, because it's like, we talk about the Woo, of course, salute to the Woo, but it's like, you had a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, regime going on at the same time. Absolutely. That's how you know. That's how you know, like, niggas can exist.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas can coexist. You ain't got to cancel out somebody else just so that you could, you know what I'm saying, do your shit. Nah, you could do your shit and I could do my shit over here. And that's what they was doing. They was putting out records. Woo was putting out records. And, we loved all the shit. We loved all of it. You know what I'm saying?
What we talking about? Just like that. Woo, Boot Camp, Tribe in them, Native Tongues. But then you had Gangstar. They was doing their thing. Then you had everybody out west.
Mob Deep.
MOP. Then you had KRS in them. Then you had Digging in the Crates in them. I mean, it was so many.
Yeah.
There was so many varied, different cliques of people getting busy. And, I think... come on, man. We've made it to the point, I think, where now we have the operational knowledge to sit back and be like, instead of giving it this giant from the top down view where it all gets distorted and you only see the highlight of the Woo or Busta Rhyme or, we know that there was a lot going on. There was Channel Live going on. There was Blase. There was, Keith Murray was getting big. Like there were all types of different, that Big Noid album. Come on, man. That Big Noid album.
That Squad. El Nino, El Nino album, man. A lot of people.
That shit was decent.
I went back to listen to that joint, man. A lot of people slept on that album, man. That shit was crazy.
That shit was dope. That shit was super dope, man.
Being a student of the game and going back and listening to these albums, man, it supplies me with inspiration to like be like, oh, you can flip stuff like this. There's some people. I mean, there's a lot of us out here rapping now, and there's a lot of top heavy stuff. There's a lot of people like under them trying to get to the top heavy stuff. There's a lot of them that are right here. They sound the same, trying to copy the top tier guys. I'm like, if you go back and listen to these albums, even if you go to like Black Alicious and other rappers and stuff, you'll see a different way to rhyme. Being a student of the game, different cadences, different. But there's a lot of down here that are trying to get up here that are just copying that. But there's so much different ways to rhyme. There's so many different rhyme schemes and styles.
It's way more important to find your own voice. And you'll just sit in that pack with everybody else.
True. I think it helps. I think it helps, man. Not to cut your wisdom, but I think it helps with me being the age that I am, and I actually like was there. You know what I mean? I wasn't there in the studio with Redman and all of that. But what I'm saying is, I was in high school when the Month of the Man was out. You know what I mean? I was there, so like I know that there's other kind of sounds that you can kind of take from that time to incorporate into your sound. Not taking away from nobody else and what they doing, but basically what's going on is people see what works and they want to follow that. So because it works. Me, Jamil Honesty, I'm not going that way. I'm doing what I know. Yeah, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm doing me, and I'm regurgitating what I learned and what I picked up on when I was coming up. You know what I mean? And that's the Black Moons, that's the MOPs, that's the Woo, that's the Nas, the Mob Deep. You know, all that, like Organized Confusion. I mean,
I get that with y'all.
CL Smooth. You know what I'm saying? P Rock and CL Smooth.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, the Boogie Monsters, all that. We like
wow, Honey Dips and Gotham,
the Ghetto Boys.
You know what I'm saying? Sons of Man. Like we could go. We could talk about this all
day, bro. Yeah, we could.
You know what I mean?
We could. And we got time though. We can talk. We're gonna talk a lot about it, man.
And my thing is that it's cool. Like respect to what they doing, but it's like. And this could be to my detriment, but you know, if you follow any of my projects, man, like none of them really sound the same sonically. because I want to give you all of that, like a gallery of, you know what I'm saying, like shots from the Soviet don't sound like the guys on the shoot, or modern music don't sound like Rufus Buck. Rufus Buck don't sound like Harbor Kids. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, you know, or Bolo Young, and the list goes on.
Yeah,
so
shout out to Bolo Young joint, man. Shout out Sean Links.
Yeah, Sean Links. That's my brother right there. Yep. Hell yeah.
What up? Surrender to God alone.
Yeah, Surrender to God alone. Absolutely.
Absolutely. You got the album with Vega as well. Friends, Boosa. Yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being you. There's I guess there's a way to like go to the top.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if that is even relevant, because check it out. When you rap, it's not like there's a lot of things to rap about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think people forget about that sometimes. I think that's what you have tapped into with your supreme knowledge and wisdom of going through these decades of music. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't think some of us have figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, I mean, again, you know, it's like, man, all that, you know, like that shit is, all of that is subjective. The music is subjective, and I feel like it's all relevant. You know what I mean? There's need for a balance, right? Because if you got them, then you need me, right? Or there you go. Other individuals like me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't want to cancel that shit out, like, because I mean, sometimes I like to listen to that. I like to listen to the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I love the cause.
Don't get twisted. I love all that shit, but sometimes I hear the people that are trying to do it, they really trying to emulate that shit way too heavy. I mean, and they follow me and want to be on the podcast. I'm like, man, you sound like Benny,
right?
Nah.
I think it comes down to that honesty, really, and you know, it's
pun intended.
Yeah, if you want to make money, if you're solely about making money, there are ways of making money,
right?
And so you can chase something that's popular and hope that you catch a fan base and go that route.
Right.
But if you're truly about making art, if you're truly about, you know, being a student of the game like you are, it's not about chasing something. And that's why having your own voice and taking all of those influences that you've had over the years and making that into your own unique thing is so important.
Yeah, but it ain't easy, bro. It ain't easy. I'm gonna tell you, man, because you get
looked over. That's why some people go the other route.
You get looked over, you know, motherfuckers may not buy your shit or whatever, because it's like, damn, yo, I thought you was gonna give me that Modern Music 3. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? What's this? So it's like, yo, you gotta, you know, it's not and that's why I respected Nas so much, man, because everybody, since he started his career, everybody wanted him to keep creating Illmatic.
Yes.
Oh, this is dope. But yeah, where's Nasty Nas? But check this out. If he kept creating Illmatic, then we wouldn't have classics like I Gave You Power, Rewind. You know what I'm saying? The joint that he did about. I fuck with that. You feel what I'm saying? Or, I mean, the list goes on of the classic albums and songs that we would not have gotten if he listened to us.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a real argument.
Though? Do you like these last albums though? He got Magics and the King Diseases.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I respect them for what they are. Like, but my thing is what I had to come to grips with is that he's not the Nas that I want him to be.
Right.
He's the Nas that he wants to be.
And that's okay. He's allowed to do what he wants to do. And I totally respect that.
Okay. No, man. No.
You ain't taking.
Nah. What I need somebody to do is go get these Hit Boy albums and remix them for me. Then I like them maybe, yo. And take Young Dirk off there. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. No, I mean, you know, all right, I'll put it to you this way. There's certain joints that I like more than others. Like that first Magic joint was crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
The first Magic joint was, First
like
Magic joint.
It crashed on me. I was like, man, why are you doing this to me? But then that Magic album made me realize. I sat down and said, yo, I don't have to listen to this no more. I don't have to put myself through this no more. Loving this man so much. And I got all these other motherfuckers I can listen to that's not letting me down.
Right.
Like niggas been on three album runs. Big Trip, you got 3 hours with Big Trip, right?
Well, nah, we got two. We got two, but we're working on the third. Yeah. We're working on the third.
I was about to ask about that.
Yo, the Gillian Wallow joint.
About that.
When you rap with him on Gillian Wallow, I can listen to that. I don't gotta listen to these dumbass Hit Boy albums, son. Word. So I said to myself, look, I don't gotta torture myself with going through this because we have so much good music out there.
Absolutely.
Big up the Big Trip and the Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm saying? For losing to our beloved New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, my guy.
Yeah, I heard he was a little pissed about that. Yeah, shout out to my man, yo, Big Trip, man, the whole umbrella, man, Pro, you know what I'm saying, Mickey, all of them, man. My man Sub, yo, Josiah, all of them, man. I'm like
shout out Mac Knight. Shout out Mac Nice. Yeah, all them motherfuckers.
Yeah, Mac Nice, all of them, man. All of them. The whole umbrella, man. I'm like an honorary member for real, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's my family right there, man. But
so indeed.
Yeah.
So you got a Honestly Filthy 3 coming out.
I mean, you know, I don't know if we're gonna call it that, but we working on something. Yeah.
Good. Because Honestly Filthy Part 1 and Part 2, they don't sound like each other, which is dope. I mean, they sound like they're the same creative minds behind it,
right?
But they don't have the same feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Part 2, I like the growth of Part 2, if that makes sense. Like Part 1, just like the picture on Part 1 is younger Big Trip. Mm-hmm. The next one is a little bit older Big Trip. So it's like you can hear the progression
right
between the two projects. Like y'all kind of felt each other out a little bit more as the process is going on. You got a better idea of what y'all are aiming for, like sonically. Yeah. It's dope though. I love it, man. I love both of them projects, man.
Yeah, it was we hit it off quick, man. Like I'm gonna tell you, I was in Detroit with Sub, and he was playing me some joints. Like, I'm like, yo, who is this? He was like, yeah, that's Trip. I'm like, yo, I gotta do something with son. I gotta, yeah. Word. So like while I was down there, I'm like, yo, we gotta work on something. So then I immediately started making beats while I was at Sub's house, sending it to him.
For Trip. That's what's up.
That's dope.
I was sending it to Trip while I was down there. And he quick. Like he quick. Son, like, you know, he write all this shit and then like he dropped the songs like crazy, like quick, real quick. Yeah. So it just and then so once we was done the first one, we immediately went into the second one.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like when I sent him this pack, he probably going to be done with them joints within like a month or so. You know, he's just, you know, he an animal, man. He an animal.
Shout out Big Trip. Hey, so is it safe to say Part 1 was kind of from the viewpoint of y'all were familiar with each other, but didn't necessarily know each other fully, right? But Part 2 is more like, all right, now we linked in, we on the same, we already know each other a little bit more. We build it. Now we got a directive. We know what we on.
Yo, it's
now
crazy.
Part 3 is gonna be like, yeah, that's my man. This my guy.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Yeah. Because like I told
Part 3.
Because like I told you, like we worked on Part 1 and Part 2 like pretty much simultaneously right after the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. So we still like, you know what I mean? We still like getting to kind of know each other and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through the whole process. So yeah, man. So this third joint. It's like, you know, we locked in on the chemistry we hit it off like boom.
Right. Yeah, it's just natural.
Yeah, it's natural. Yeah. So
that's what's up, man.
I don't always happen like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's how the vibe of that video that Lukey was talking about, that Gillian Wallow. Like, I mean, y'all just posted poolside kicking it, you know. It's okay.
Yeah. It's always a good time with them guys, man. Sub, Mickey, you know what I'm saying? Trip, you know, we just be, you know,
I'm going to Detroit one of these days, man.
I love Detroit, man. I love Detroit. Yeah, I love Detroit, man.
I never been, even though I was kind of like close. I never been, man.
It's a cool spot, man. Like I always, you know, I'm in Baltimore, so it's like You know what I mean? It's hood. You know what I mean? And Detroit, so it's not nothing like alien. You know what I mean to me. So it's like it's you know what I mean? Like we was on. I think we was out 7 Mile or something, chilling out there. So you know what I mean? It was just hood. It's like.
I mean, since you've been in Baltimore since a teenager, correct?
Right.
Like teens. Mm-hmm. Check out. Are you a Knicks fan?
Man, yo, I knew you was going. Yeah, I'm not even. Yo, to be honest with you, I don't really watch sports like that, yo. That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can be a Knicks fan though. You can just say you're a Knicks fan.
He's just trying to get everyone on the bandwagon.
For conversation purposes, I'm a Knicks fan. There you go.
Yeah. Staten Island,
you got co-opted. Oh man.
Yeah, because me and Big Trip was going back and forth.
This the pitch triple. This the pitch triple.
Yeah. I tagged him on when the Knicks beat the Pistons, and he told me, "Shut the fuck up, you Atlanta nigga."
No. He actually put it in his story. How about that?
Yeah. I put it back. I was like, but I was like, man, he got a point, but still. Yeah. Dr. Dre voice, still. Yeah.
I'm fucking with your sweatshirt though, bro.
Oh yeah, I wore because you Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? This is the Woo brand.
Yeah, that's slick.
Power. Yeah, they got the shit right there. The Power had this shit.
Oh yeah, that's slick.
Yeah, Young Dirty got this to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I was in the group of Young Dirty, and I used to get all that Wu-Tang shit. I remember he tried to pick up a bitch. We was walking downtown, and he's like, "Say you're the Wu-Tang," and he showed the sign to the Wu-Tang shit to the chick, and like she's like, "No, I never heard of Wu-Tang." It was a white girl. I was like, dirty, chill, bro. All right, word, cool, yeah, but definitely, we all on the Wu, man. You know what I'm saying? We all on the Wu, man. Absolutely. Boom, but check it out. I want to talk about this other album with you and Squeegee. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going, Lukey.
So like, boom, so boom, so y'all recorded them shits. Like, y'all didn't. It's not no punching in.
I was wondering what you were doing with your hands there for a second.
Oh, pause, man. Yeah.
Major pause.
Man,
the live from the Jerry Lewis Theater. Yeah,
live from the Jerry Lewis Theater. Yeah. So first and foremost, man, like I've known Squeeze since he was a baby, man. Like we grew up in the same building in the projects. So it's like then we
all the kids.
Yeah, then we disconnect. You know, when I moved down here, we kind of like, parted ways and all of that, and then we reconnected on online and shit. I'm like, damn, he rhyme, I rhyme, boom, boom, boom. Then we just started doing shit together. But yeah, so the Harbor Kids, the first one, it was kind of like it's like a lab accident. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were just like, we just gonna do some shit. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. And it just worked.
Yeah.
It just worked.
It was raw. The fact that you saying it like that, that was the vibe of it. It was just, y'all came in there with that energy, and it was uncut. It was raw. Yeah, I can see the lab analogy to that. Absolutely. Oh, that's dope.
I love shit like that.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, like you listen to his style, shout out to Squeege too, man.
Shout out my man Squeege.
Black House Records, man. Look, check this out. Like when you listen to Squeege and you listen to me, it's like, they don't go together.
But it does.
It does because it makes sense once you hear us together. Yeah. But when you hear us apart, it's like I don't see that.
Yeah, it's like telling somebody to put a little salt on chocolate.
It's kind of like
do what?
It's kind of like.
But then when you do, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, it's like we always say. It's like Old Dirty and Jizza.
Oh yeah.
Yep. You know what I mean? And because I got the technical shit, and he got the kind of like the Red Man, Old Dirty, lyrical. You know what I mean?
Stylistically.
Stylistically. So it's like
I prefer that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you are. You're an emote type of MC as well, Lukey. You're a stylistic type MC.
Yep.
But I hate to have stepped on your toes or
I'm saying I prefer that more than Pusha T and Malice.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell them niggas apart.
Absolutely.
Who rapping?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
yeah. So like now it's like I can't get enough of it. Like it's like yo, we working on, we gonna be working on something else, man. We working on something else. So that chemistry, man, is something that like we kind of learned on like by mistake. Like, shit, you know what I mean? You throw the shit in the water, and it's like, oh shit, you pull back a damn bass or something, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So
you try it out and it works.
I'm happy about that, man. Like live from the Jerry Lewis Theater, I feel like we did it again. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? In my opinion, we did it again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's more refined, though, figures, to be honest. Knowledge. Like, y'all know, again, that's another example of y'all knowing kind of your powers at that point. And you're like, okay, now I know how to come in and compliment exactly what you're doing, instead of it just being that wild energy of, before the Harbor Kids.
Yeah, because we kept the same formula. Like we kept the formula of using different producers. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We didn't use the same producers that we used, from the first one, but we was gonna keep that same formula, like where it was unpredictable, different sonics, but like putting it together like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Harbor Kids and this bitch.
Yeah, that's squeeze all day.
It is bitch. And it's bitch.
It's so bitch.
Squeeze, man.
Yeah, that's my man right there, yo. That's my man.
Yeah, when we had Squeegee on his joint, he talked about that as well. You know what I'm saying? About how y'all reconnected, got back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good story, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And it definitely shows you how small this world is. Remember they said it was how many degrees of separation?
6 degrees separation. 6 degrees.
Now it's like 2. Now it's like 2.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like 1.5.
With the internet, hell yeah.
Yeah, it might be 1.5 because, like, boom, I was texting somebody that was right next to Donald Trump one time. You know what I'm saying? Yo, punch him. You have to kill him. What? It's the only way.
Wow.
You know who it was, Carl. You know who it was, Carl. You know who it was.
Yep.
Y'all know who it was?
What is this?
Yeah. He didn't kill him, man. That nigga still living. Anyway, boy, it's the only way. You gotta
cut that out.
It's a joke, though. Isn't it? I can't say that. I'm gonna get locked.
Carl, we all go with
next episode. We talk about Lukey being deported. Lukey suddenly had an ICE raid.
He's lost his citizenship.
I'm in El Salvador. El Salvador. Yo, word. Damn, man. Word. I should never got these tattoos. Anyway. Anyway. Hey, yo, boom. Okay. Modern Music 3, I believe. You have Inspectah Deck on there?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, boom. So, boom, how that happened?
Shout out to Pure. Shout out to my man Pure.
Shout out Pure. With Ice Water.
Yeah. Well, he was he had a situation with Ray at one point.
That was bogus.
But
I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad, man. Hey, yo, boom, I keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I keep it a thou out, man. Yeah, and he talked about that when he was on here, and I was mad, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So nah, he he had a relationship with Deck. So we put in a good word, and then I wound up talking to Deck and shit about getting him on the album. You know what I'm saying? He shot me a price. I could deal with that price, paid, and then there we go. Still can't believe that shit. Still can't believe it, bro.
Bam.
Still can't believe it, bro. Like, one of my heroes, man. On man, Hey, yeah.
You got an NBA nigga on the joint. That's why I feel it.
Right,
I'm saying, like,
absolutely.
NBA, like a nigga, 75 greatest players in the NBA is on your squad. Even though you in the NBA, this nigga's was a 75 greatest player.
Absolutely,
right. That's how. That's how I feel. One of the 9. It wasn't nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It was one of the 9. And Inspectah Deck is one of the dudes that would start the joints off.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the best.
Yeah. So it's like, yo, to get him on a joint, man, it was crazy, man. And it wound up being a dope joint. You know, and he ain't give me no whack verse. He ain't give me no whack verse. He killed that shit. Because a lot of times we run into that too.
Yeah, especially the old heads, yo. Boom, like Inspectah Deck. He doing Czarface though, so his pen's still sharp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And shout out to Pure and Rim on Pam Grier.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, Pam Grier.
Yeah. If y'all check it out,
shout
yo.
Shout to Rim. Yeah. Rim shot that.
Big titties.
Yeah,
what's that nigga look like? That nigga look like the nigga that's singing Flying King.
Jason Weaver?
Yeah, Rim dude.
Yo, shout out to
Rim. That's my guy, though.
Yo, Rim. Yeah. Now, Rim shot down to Baltimore, man. We shot the joint, man.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah. Shout out to Rim, man. Any
funny.
Yeah, he funny as shit, bro. We was in stitches down
hilarious.
Here, yo, we was down here. We was drinking, and you know what I mean. Yeah, shout out to Rim. Rim is funny as shit. Hell yeah,
definitely, man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm hogging the interview. I'm asking all the questions, man. Y'all got something to say before I say something else? Because I'll definitely hog this interview with Jamil Honesty, my dude.
Hey, Lukey, I'm gonna be honest with you. You honestly, you know, for once, you've asked all the questions. You've asked the questions I wanted to ask. You're asking a lot of stuff I was gonna ask, man. So
I don't be doing good all the time, man. I don't be doing good. Man, fuck you, PrimoJAB. That's why you gotta have sinus surgery.
Okay, so I'm always curious about rappers that produce. So do you write stuff for yourself a lot? Ever? Do you just kind of write what you write and then like, or do you write for like people specifically? Like, what's your process as far as the production stuff goes?
Okay, so when you say write, you mean write my rhymes?
No. Like when you're creating beats and making music.
Oh, okay.
I'm a drummer, so I write music.
You was talking that Quincy Jones shit, like So I go to my
when you score your tracks.
I go to the laptop that I'm on now. I hit my DAW, and I take some shit like this.
Oh, here we go.
And that's how I make my beats.
But like creatively, like
it's a MIDI controller,
right?
I might hit a bass line on this. I might chop a sample up and use these keys or whatever to kind of manipulate the sample, and that's it, man. I keep it real simple, bro. You know?
No, but like creatively, like when you're going to make beats, are you making beats specifically for a rapper, or do you just make beats?
Question. So as of late, within the last couple years, like especially after I did Bolo Young, my goal, well, before I did Bolo Young, my goal was, what I want to do is I want to expand the brand and I want to actually start like showing off my production skills. So what I wanted to do was to get with dope MCs and produce them, right? So when I would reach out to cats like Sean Lynx or Ferris Blusa, I'm making
shout out to Bolo Long.
I'm customizing beats specifically for them. That answers your question, right?
Yes, 100%.
Right. So which is a good and a bad thing, because when I don't have any projects, then I'm not really making any beats. So I'm actually getting back to just making beats just to make beats. But not unfortunately, but I do have some things that I'm working on for other artists as well. So like me and Link, never mind. Yeah, so me and Trip, we about to work on something. Yeah, me and Trip, we working on something. So I'm making beats for that. You know what I mean? So I'm making more. I'm back in the lab making beats. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So
okay. I think I heard you say that you started making beats in like 2005?
Yeah, 2005.
Correct?
2005.
Yeah, that was the era where who was on top then? Hitmakers.
Kanye. Well, Kanye, I was watching Kanye. The reason why I was watching Kanye was the fact that when he dropped College Dropout, man, nobody had ever. I felt like at the time there was nobody out commercially that could rap as well as they make beats.
Okay.
And
he said, yeah, best producer rapper. He said, I'm the best producer rapper ever.
At the time, the album was incredible to me. So when I saw that, I'm like, yo, my goal was I want to be better than Kanye with the beats in 6 months. So
okay.
So I got so I used to go to the studio with this dude named Boogie from DMP. He was in a group with Knots.
Okay.
The producer
Knots, the beat maker Knots,
yeah. So he was like, yo, bro, you need to just start making beats. Because what I was doing when I was working with him, I was bringing him the samples, to chop up. He like, yo, you might as well just start. I was like, yo, you know what, you right. So I got with my best friend, Aaron. Aaron showed me how to, he showed me theory, and then he also showed me how to use Reason. So I started using Reason, and I got hooked. And I was just making beats every day, 3, 4, 5, 6 beats a day. You know what I'm saying? I had a little E machine and all that.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. Just plugging away, just making beats. And until I got better. I don't think I ever got as good as Kanye, but you know what I mean? I was going for that shit though. You know what I mean? That was my goal. Like, I gotta be better than this nigga. You know what I mean? I felt like I could rhyme better than him, but like I wanted to be at the same level as he was with the beats.
As making beats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
He was cheating a lot though. Bro.
Yeah, I ain't know that. Yeah, I ain't know that. And now that I'm in the game, so to speak, I see that it's what they call is a lot of ghost producing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a lot of producers doing that, like super producers doing that. So
yeah, he's cheating, and he was not taking time with the samples like he should. Mm-hmm. He was doing a lot of but. If it sounds good, it sounds good. I mean,
that's it. And that's all I'm worried about.
Yeah. My example is Alchemist the Realist. That's just a loop. It's nothing's done to that. He said it's just a loop.
My favorite hip hop, one of my favorite hip hop beats, bro.
Yeah, I think
to rap to.
Why it's so okay. I don't beg to differ, but like since it's just a loop. What Kool G Rap did to that beat was immaculate. Bullets and racial just hate you. Yeah. They just hate you.
Kid, they just hate you.
They just hate you. I remember I was in St. Louis. The gas. Oh my God. It was in St. Louis.
Don't get me started, man.
Playing that at a track meet with a bunch of East St. Louis niggas who knew that song by heart. East St. Louis niggas. And those are East St. Louis that's where they get busy. And they was playing that bullshit.
Shout out East Boogie.
And like we just sitting there doing that came on because I had a boombox with me all the time doing track. That shit came on. The niggas they all stopped and they all was doom. I didn't know it was just a loop. I didn't know it was just a loop, man. But that definitely that makes me feel certain type of way. I mean, you got a song, the knowledge shit on this last shit was squeegee. That shit make me feel a certain type of way in my stomach. It made me feel a certain type of way. When it make you feel something right here, that's when you know. Ooh, that's when you know.
I think that was done. I think that was done by Jay Quest. Jay Quest from Detroit.
A word?
Yeah, Jay Quest. He did some shit.
That's a good beat.
Yeah, he's dope, man.
Yeah,
he's dope.
Yeah, shout out Jay Quest, man.
That's a good beat, yo.
313.
Who produced on that album? Who produced on that joint?
Man, it was a couple cats. I mean, damn. I mean, Jay Quest. You got Praise. Shit.
Chuck Chan.
Chuck Chan ain't
Chuck
on that.
Chan ain't on that one.
Nah, he ain't on that one. Man, god damn it.
My bad.
Did Hobgoblin do one on there?
Damn, it's
Uncle Fester.
Live from the Jeremy.
Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester. I'm tripping. Holy smokes. 88 Blessed. Those two.
Shout out 88 Blessed.
Deontay Boom. I'm going to talk about them too because I got a production team and they part of my production team.
It's Macha Beats. You spell it. Macha
Beats. Entertainment. Yeah.
Macha Beats. My bad. Macha.
The Macha Beats. Yeah, that was damn, you did your homework. Yeah, that was my old
I gotta be good. But a lot of these are old notes because I already had them down. I already had them down. Right. Well, so I just add stuff.
Lukey got a mind like an owl, boy.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah.
I got a steel trap for a brain, man. I ain't lost my daughter yet. That
was a funny situation, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway.
No, we're moving on.
Yeah, but let's talk about Macha Beats.
Mm-hmm.
I said Macha Beats.
Macha Beats. Yeah. So that was my first name before I switched. Well, not my first name, but that was my name before I switched to Jamil Honesty. So I was rolling like that because I was, I had just made I just started making the beats and all of that, and I was rhyming. So I just changed it to Mac because at first it was Maccabee, you know what I'm saying? From the Maccabees, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. That's kind of fire.
Yeah. So then, I started out as the Maccabee, and then I switched to Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? Because I started making beats. Dope. But then, like, during the time of like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and all that, I was like, yo, that's fly that they using their real names. I'm gonna switch my name because I want to start talking about some serious shit, and I don't want, to have a name like Maccabees. People ain't gonna really take me seriously, right? So I said my middle name, Jamil. Actually, it's spelled Jamil, but my mother pronounces it Jamel, right? So if you call me Jamil, whatever. But people started calling me Jamil because that's how it's spelled, so I just go with Jamil. Okay. And then Honesty, I added the Honesty to it, and we just went there with that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it is.
I fucks with it. And who's in your production company? Who's in your production company?
So the production team is the Divine Scheme. So it's myself, Holy Smokes, 88 Bless, and Crazy Fingers.
Okay. All right. Shout out Crazy Fingers, man.
Crazy Fingers.
I love that name. I love that Crazy Fingers. Crazy Fingers.
Yeah, Crazy Fingers. Yeah, he did the God. He did the God's Honest Truth. Yep. He did the God's Honest Truth. Holy Smokes did the Rufus Buck album. And then 88, he was all over the Harbor Kids first and second album. So, you know what I'm saying? We got some shit coming with him and my man Stax. Stax is one of my artists on the label Black House. He dropped the first one. Yeah, he dropped. Yeah. Well, no.
My bad. It's something else. My bad.
No.
My bad. It says something else.
Oh, yeah, Black.
He has something else. With Pure or somebody. I forget. Man. I fuck it up.
No. Black House is me. That's owned by Jamil Honesty. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, but
my bad. I'm in there.
Yeah.
Also, you got DJ Grasshopper everywhere, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out DJ Grasshopper, man.
Definitely.
We kind of like a duo, man. I mean, ain't no condo. We got a duo called The Fix. So we dropped the album back in 2020 called This Is War, where he was doing the beats and the scratches, and I was doing the rhyming. So when we come together, say pause is what I mean? It's The Fix.
It's nice.
The Fix. Yeah. So, but he's on all my albums, bro. Like pretty much, like all of them, except for the God's Honest Truth, but everything else, I believe he on, and maybe the Machacha. I don't think he on the Machacha album, but other than that, all the other joints he on.
Man, see, I got to come to you. You got several people on my hit list that I'm trying to talk about for 2026. So
dope.
Looks like we gonna do some more DMing.
For sure.
That's what's up?
Yeah.
You heard that 88 Bless. I'm coming for you, buddy.
88 Bless. Yeah,
DJ Grasshopper.
Yeah, DJ Grasshopper. Yeah.
That dude is in Belgium. He's Aiden Hazard of hip hop. He's a Lukaku of hip hop. What else you got over there? I don't know. They got a lot of good soccer players from Belgium, man. Them niggas, they about on their last leg though at the golden era. You know what I'm saying? They missed their window opportunity to get there.
Though, man.
He a big name. He a big name over there too, bro.
I didn't realize that until like I really started looking. But yeah, he's serious, bro.
Hell
That's the way. I mean, and I say I didn't realize it just because, like for as raw as he is, and I think that's one of the best parts about overseas, man. Like the people who are really talented over there are building with us. You know what I mean? Right, they're building in the abyss with us. And that's honestly how we're, pun intended, how our names are over there ringing so heavy, because the people that we affiliate with just off the good strength and the good fortune of being involved in this culture together, you know, when we done DMing them, they like, okay, I got to go do this show. You look up and you find out, oh man, you got a radio show every week with 16,000 listeners. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's small, it's nothing. Just know, for this side of Austria, you're like, what the fuck? You know, so man, they keeping it cracking, man. But
hell yeah.
That's a good, that's a good transition, because that's another thing that I really got to salute you for and always have really admired about you, man. Just, you're one of the main dudes who was really leading, I think, that era within this era of bridging the gap overseas, man. Like a lot of your work, your seminal work, is with people from the UK, like the Martin music stuff. When you got Hobgoblin, you know what I mean, or then you work with Giallo, you could work with Machacha, you know what I mean. All these different overseas producers, man. How did you do that? Was it all just facilitated just off the strength of the internet, the strength of Instagram? Like how did that happen?
Well, all right. First off, I watched my people's Dirk Platoon. They were kind of like the first. Yeah, they were kind of like the first to kind of like make that move. They were dealing with the Efficients label, which is over there in France.
Right. Yeah, so they're big in France.
So I saw them, pack up, come from Baltimore, West Baltimore to be exact, and go over there in France and just posting a flag over there, just different places. That was kind of like inspiration for me to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I would say it was that. And then it was also, linking with different folks. Like I was part of a group called the Animal Gang, which Grasshopper is part of as well. And we, they had a lot of plugs with different producers. Like I did my first album, part of my French with a producer from over there in France. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, but then you got MWP, and then, you know what I'm saying? And I was part of this I don't know, it's a community, but I was part of this chat thing called the Cloud, what is that shit, man? Cloud Project something. Anyway, it was me and a bunch of MCs and a bunch of producers. Hobgoblin just so happened to be part of that.
Okay.
And I got, went to him, and we started working together from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's always, it was more so like, it was just like circumstance, like just being online, people reaching out to you, like, yo, you dope, I want to work. And see, these guys, man, I'm going to tell you, a lot of these guys, and it's nothing wrong with, like, because I'm a producer myself, it's not wrong with chasing the bag and getting your money. But these guys was, they was out here working for little or nothing. And you know what I'm saying? Like, so they deserve whatever they getting right now, they deserve it, man. Like the Hobgoblins of the world and the Giallo points, man. I remember he was selling beats for like $50. $50 a wop. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have got a beat somewhere in my hard drive from Giallo, man. Like years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. They mix and master your shit for nothing. Back then. So it's like, shit, you were, a working class MC. You don't really have
working class MC.
You don't have a $300, $500 just sitting around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you got this dope producer that want to work with you. He just don't know how to really speak English like that. like, shit, why not? Let's work. Let's put this shit together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's how that comes together. I mean, that's how that pretty much happened, man. You know what I mean? Like they were willing to work. A lot of these guys, man, they students of this shit. You know what I mean? They may not have been on the, you know, at, you know, to the corner store, got the quarter waters and all of that. You know, they wasn't on that side of things, but you know, they study these albums, they study these artists, they study the culture, and they serious about these shit. You know,
definitely.
Yeah, and it's not about a bag for them.
Nope.
You know, at least initially when they approach you, it's not about a bag for them. They want to create something with you. They trying to create legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
yeah, they understand. Yeah. They understand the value of the culture.
Right.
They understand, I think, and they appreciate the fact that somebody's willing to build with them and legitimize what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, it's that olive branch. Again, like I said, you reaching across the pond, you creating that connection over there was very, very crucial and important. And I think it was trend setting. I think it was something that several other artists definitely took notice of. And, you know, here we are today, really reaping the benefit of this international
European
connection that we have, this European plug that we have. Yeah, shout out Hobgoblin, man. You know, absolutely, that's my man. You know, so yeah, I think I was inspired actually. Yeah, by you, Mav. You know, y'all had to work with
Angels and Demons.
Angels and Demons. Yeah, shout out to Mav.
That came out right around Martyr Music. You know, too.
Yeah. We was on that Month of the Man type shit, man. Like, like I think he might have dropped maybe a month before or a few months before I dropped, man. Man. That's another joint that you can't sleep on, man. That Angels and Demons
Drill Bits
trilogy is crazy.
That's number 2. Yeah. I remember I listened to Angels and Demons, then one of my coworkers, he's a real Christian guy, and his breath stank. And I posted on my story, I said, Angels and Demons is coming out of his mouth. And I tagged Mav in the post.
Oh, shit.
That's like, dang, man. Anytime he talked, it seemed like he was just punching me, man. Like, oh, shit. Oh. Like, damn,
Frank. You with that Holy Spirit, huh?
He was, man.
He was speaking in tongues. Tie my
shoe. I don't know, man. Bro, hey, yo, check it out. I bought a pack of gum, and I brought it, and I was giving it to everybody beside him, and I gave it to somebody that gave the gun to somebody. It's like, Frank, you need a piece of gum? He said, no, I'll pass. I said, Frank.
Take the gum.
Please take it. Take the gum.
I never told Mav that, but yeah. Also,
that's funny. That's funny.
It's horrible.
Niggas be stinking sometimes, though, man. I was in an Uber and shit. I was telling Trip this shit. I was in an Uber. This nigga stunk so bad. You know, he talking about, you want me to roll the windows down? I'm like, fuck rolling them down. Break them.
Oh my God.
Break the fucking shits, man.
Hold on, man. Buddy knew. He was self-aware of his funk because he was like, yeah, you want me to roll the window down?
I mean, because I was making sound effects like, damn, you know. He's like, you want me to roll the windows down? I'm like, man, break the motherfuckers, man. Break them.
Yeah, hey, I'm not the first person, I'm sure.
I want you to pull over and buy an air freshener or something.
Pull over at this truck stop, man. You going to the shower, bro.
Right.
Did you give him a tip, though? Did you tip him? Or you
got a tip? Yeah, I told him to go wash his ass.
Yeah,
that's the tip.
Dub soap.
Tip of the day.
Go
yo,
get
that's
some.
wild, yo. That's wild, man. Whoa. Hey, so what you got else coming up for? What you got? What's next coming up for us, yo?
All right, so boom. I got I'm looking at my vision board right now, man. I got a whole bunch of shit. But you know, what's pressing right now is I got a joint with J.R. Swift's.
Okay, man. Shout out J.R. Swift. Yeah,
shout out to J.R. Swift. Yeah, so we got an album called Memoirs. We it's already mixed and mastered. We just got to get the artwork, and we're gonna be giving it out to the people real soon, man. So
that's gonna be dope.
Yeah. So be prepared for that, man. I'm rapping on that. I'm rapping. And then the beast is crazy.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask that, yo, because like, boom, I know both of y'all intertwined. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's dope. Memoirs. By looking for that, y'all. Yeah, J.R. Swift, Jamil Honesty, Memoirs.
Yeah. That's some special guests on there too, bro. That's a special guest.
It's very interesting. I don't even want to know. I'm just gonna be surprised. Last time I listen to albums, I just I don't look at the track list. I put it on and I just don't look. And I just want to be surprised who the fuck I hear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that. I like oh shit. Oh yeah, okay, boom. Yeah, that's why
absolutely.
Yeah. And then I like that too.
And then my man 88 and Stacks, they got an album that's coming out under the Black House umbrella.
Okay.
No pun intended.
Okay.
Shout out to my brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we just working, man. I got a joint with Loretta. I'm working on that.
Shout out Loretta Records, man.
Yeah, Loretta Records. Yeah, like Sibs Rock. I got a bunch of stuff, man.
Shout out Sibs Rock, bro.
Me and Squeeze going back in for the encore. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah. So we working over here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah.
Working over.
I like the combination between you. I like the Harbor Kid shit. I like I said, I like the contrasting flows. You know what I'm saying? Even like it's better than Little Brother. Like Little Brother, you could tell the difference between them two niggas, but they still rap the same a lot.
Right.
You know
Right. And you know what? And we just want to put like here at Black House, man, we just want to provide motherfuckers with different flavors, man. Because guess what? You may not, and see, I'm not so much on, on myself, for lack of better word. I mean, whereas though, like, you got to like me. You may not like me and just my solo shit. Not talking about you, but just, you know what I mean? Just period. Like, you want to provide people with different flavors. All right, you may not like Jamil Honesty, but you might like Harbor Kids. You may like Harbor Kids, but you might like Squeegee. You may not like Squeegee, but you got Stacks, you got Ace Cannons, who's on Black House.
Shout out Ace Cannons.
That dude be going in, yo.
Yeah,
Ace Cannons be going the fuck in.
That's why he on Black House.
Motherfucker, the machine gun.
That's why he on Black House.
Yeah.
That's why he on Black House.
We gonna talk to him. It looks like we talking to Black House a lot coming up in 26.
He's a Gatling gun. That's what Ace Cannon is. He's a Gatling gun. He's a machine gun. That's what the fuck that motherfucker is.
Absolutely.
That's not a words.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, damn! I almost forgot. So me and Danny Chiazio is he's a producer that works with Ghostface. He worked with Ghostface on the Ghostface Killers album. You know, the album cover.
Shit.
Yeah. That album was crazy, man. A lot of people slept on that, but
they did.
So me and him working on an album called The Invisible Man. So So that's coming as well. So yeah, man, we just working, man. We just working, man. We just working over here. You know, me and Holy Smokes got another joint too. So we just working, bro. We just working.
Holy Smokes is in Baltimore, right?
Holy Smokes is in Baltimore with me. Yup, right around the corner. Yup.
Yeah, absolutely. Baltimore, motherfucking, y'all got this. There's a lot of different places that I'm just glad that our genre, our niche music. We got Detroit, we got Buffalo, Rochester, we got motherfucking. We have we got Baltimore. We got
Boston, Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. You got all these different sets.
All
Dorchester. These different places. Yeah.
Dorchester, yeah.
No, but more than that, Baltimore is on that map heavier than a lot of these cities.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
for a long time too.
You got El Conscious, J Royale, me, Dirt Platoon. You'll never know. I mean,
just had
Grams. I mean, Dirt. I said Dirt Platoon. Like, I mean, it's so many, man, and it's that. And
Norm Regular.
That Norm Regular. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And
shout out my man Norm.
And we just scratching the surface. It's like it's so many dope MCs, man. I mean, you got the DBL cats, man. It's like a group, man. These dudes is you gonna hear about these dudes if you haven't already. They dope. I think it's the gods. I mean, it's like, man, it's so many. It's a kid. He's like a poet. I think his name is Black Chakra. He
dope name.
He showed up on he showed up on the Capri Green joint with Ransom. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Green. He from Baltimore, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, yeah, Baltimore always had LMCs, man. Like always. Yeah,
One nigga told me while I was preparing for this interview, just like 2 weeks ago, he said, I was like, yo, Baltimore got mad niggas. That nigga said, he said, J Royale. Then he said, Uncle John. I said, nigga, Uncle John is for the millionth time. That nigga DC. Is not from DC. I don't know how many times a nigga has told me that nigga is from Baltimore. Like, no, he's not. Word, like, boom. Yeah.
It's definitely a difference. Shout out to Uncle John, though,
Shout out to Uncle John, though, man. But a lot of niggas say that nigga from Baltimore. I don't know why. Why?
I don't know why, man. Not at all.
Because people always, when they, like, people that's not from the area, they're always like, in other words, like if you from like Mississippi or something and you talk to a nigga that's from Jersey, you be like, oh yeah, you from New York.
I'm from New York.
No, I'm not from New York. You know what I'm saying? But it's two different, and it's not even that, because it's like, DC is not a suburb of Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They two different.
DMV. Like definitely.
And that's the thing. Like the DMV and they try to lump us in. Where Baltimore's not part of the DMV. That's what people don't understand.
Right.
So when they say, DC, Maryland, Virginia, they talking about the part of Maryland they talking about is the surrounding areas of DC.
DC, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, like, so
George.
Yeah. I had to learn that. Me being a transplant, I'm like, yo, it's a DMV. I mean, Baltimore's in Maryland, but they like, nah, that's not. Yeah, so.
I didn't even realize that. But, now that you say that, I think a lot of people just put Baltimore more with Philly as opposed to with like DC and like you said, the DMV. I feel like Baltimore and Philly are more grimy. They like cousins closer than than like the DC dudes, and y'all are like I think
it's because of football, man.
Yeah, DC grimy too now.
I know.
You get your head knocked off smooth over fucking around.
Yeah, I had to tread lightly when I was there.
Damn right.
I'm saying? I had to tread lightly. I knew where the fuck I was at on that
Cameron to tell you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he got shot.
Yeah, Cameron to tell you.
They said they threw the rock up. He threw the rock up. Then he shot him. It's in the Ferrari.
Yeah.
The Lambo.
Jay-Z tried to kill him. Yeah, he said Jay-Z tried to kill him. That shit is wild, G. Crazy.
Yeah, that was a funny story.
Yeah, I believe it. What? Yeah. Karl, what we got, bro? What we got, Karl?
So I'm actually going to do the top 5 this week.
Okay, let's do it.
Did you have one, PrimoJAB? Did I just steal it on you?
I am just here to watch and listen. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying it. It'll be my time soon.
Okay,
so don't worry about your sinuses.
So as a producer, I'd like a top 5 rappers that you haven't but want to work with.
That's a good one.
A lot of times we'll open this up to just anybody, even from past, but I'm more concerned with realistically, so that we can kind of speak into fruition, maybe some positivity and get some of these of the top 5 linked up with you. But
top 5, okay, that I would like to produce for?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. All right. Elzai.
That's the best ever to me. Rhyming words together.
Black Thought.
Tyree Trotter. Yeah, we know. We got, I feel that.
This new cat named Griot Noy.
Yeah, shout out Griot Noy.
Yeah, Griot Noy is dope. Let me see. I like to do a whole joint for Mickey, bro. Mickey Diamond, man. Yeah, I mean, I've already worked with him. You know what I'm saying?
No. That qualifies.
Yeah. Who else, man? I got a 5. I got a 5th one, right? I got a 5th one.
Always the hardest.
Let's see who else?
Pause.
Yeah, good pause, Karl.
Good
Thanks,
one,
man.
Karl.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Ghost.
Whoa. Ghost.
Yeah. Nice.
That's 4.
That's 5.
That's 5. That's 5. Yeah, that's a good 5.
Go ahead, Noah.
Yeah.
Elzai.
Yeah, Black
Ghostface, Black Thought. What was the last one?
Well, I said Ghost, but damn. All right, so I said Elzai, Black Dog, Rio Noi. No, Elzai, Black Dog, Rio Noi,
Mickey,
Ghost and Mickey,
and Ghostface. Yeah. So
my bad, Mickey. I forgot to say Mickey name because the Pistons lost.
The Knicks are spanking the Celtics right now.
Yeah,
they ain't spanking them. They spanking them.
That's what I just got the text.
Oh man, who's text you? Bless?
Yeah.
Man, Bless ain't no Knicks fan. God bless Beach, by the way.
Man, we bet on games.
Bless, he's dope, man. Shout out to him.
It is 94-89 in the fourth quarter.
Hey yo, I made God bless Beach bleed his own blood. I did. I'll never forget that. Made him bleed, man. Word, yo, word. Then that nigga took his basketball and left the court.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. My bad. My bad, Bless.
You're an egregious hack, sir. You're an egregious hack.
Hey, yo,
this was fresh out of COVID or some shit too. We were just put the basketball rims back up, man.
Damn. Where was it? Where's this at? Y'all was in New York.
This was in Atlanta. Yeah.
Atlanta. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man, but I'm gonna tell everybody like this, man. You don't want to get touched, go play ping pong, run the track, go swim. You know what I'm saying? Word. Yeah. Running Maxwell out here. You know what I'm saying? Word.
I think if you want to put hands on people, you should get into MMA.
Yeah.
I know where the hell I want to be that close to niggas.
Right. Yeah,
they all. Say what up? Say it again.
Yeah, they do be up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
They be too intimate. Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah. That's why I got.
I don't want to have that type of energy.
So that's why you got a gun.
Stay. Yeah. Grab that shit. Yeah, got one of these little motherfuckers right here. You don't got to get close to me, motherfucker. Stay over there. Catch one of these bullets. Man. Word. I don't want a bear hug from your monkey ass. Anyway, PrimoJAB, what else you got? Man, they be upping each other's nuts and shit. Fuck that.
That's too much.
Check your oil.
They sweating?
Yeah, that's the sweat part. I'm a sweaty dude, man. I don't know if I really want to exchange that type of effort.
Bodily fluids.
Man, I like wrestling women. Absolutely. We can wrestle.
Yeah. Hey, yo, boom, come get close over here. You're going to be some real martyr music at your funeral, motherfucker. Yeah. Word. If this, you got your homies with there, there'll be martyr music 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Yikes. I see what you did there, Lukey.
Daddy got to make it home. Daddy got to make it home, man. Got to make it home. Daddy got to make it home.
Yeah, absolutely.
PrimoJAB, what else we got? PrimoJAB, what else we got, man?
You know, so Karl, I want to take it back to the music a little bit also, man. Karl started it off with the top 5, but I have I think a little bit more unique top 5 that I want to ask you. What are your top 5 projects that you've put together? Like just based off of the story behind them, like the effort that you had to put into them, or just who you were linking up with, whatever. This can be projects that you've produced. This can, this could be something that somebody's produced for you. But what are your top 5?
All right, so my top 5 is I'm gonna just give them to you, and then we can go down a list and then go. All right, so my top 5 is the first one would be The God's Honest Truth. Second would be Rufus Buck. Third would be the Martyr Music series. I'm gonna just lump all those
series
together.
You can do that
all together.
Okay,
yeah, all together. And I'm gonna tell you why. And then I would say fourth would be Bolo Young. And then
I figured that was one going to be a day. Number 1 or 2. I figured that was going to be 1 or 2.
And fifth would be the Harbor Kids, man.
Yeah, I was hoping that was making it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with The God's Honest Truth. The God's Honest Truth. The reason why that was as one of my top 5s is because I went up close and personal with that. You know what I mean? Like I was real. It's like one of them the joints where I'm just like spilling my just pain, spilling my guts, man. Like on that record, you know what I'm saying? Just talking about shit I done been through, or shit that I seen people go through. And so that joint wasn't easy to put out, because I'm like, damn, yo, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, what people gonna think? So I'm gonna tell you that album kind of made me an artist. Like,
okay, that's like, what's up. All right,
where I don't like, it's like at this point, like after I put that out, bro, like I don't give a fuck about whether you like my shit or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I got this thing where it's like, yo, the artist faces the art and has his back to the audience. So once you start facing the audience, then you lose the art. So,
okay. I love that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, there's that. And then when I say the Rufus Bug joint, I fuck with that joint because that happened during the pandemic. We put that joint together, me and Holy Smokes. And it was kind of like, I call it like rebel music. Riot music. I call it riot music because at the time the riots was going on and all this shit was going on with the police brutality and the George Floyd and all that kind of shit. It was like one of them joints. It was like I wanted to create songs as a backdrop for when they was going out there trashing shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you haven't heard that album, listen
Rufus
to it.
Buck. Yeah. Okay.
Rufus Buck. Yeah. What else I say? I said
the trilogy, the Martyr Music trilogy.
Yeah, Martyr Music trilogy. What makes that joint so important to me, man, is because the Martyr Music, man, I really wasn't. I mean, I ain't gonna say I wasn't supposed to be here, but I almost wasn't here, because in 2018, I got hit. I got hit. Yeah, I got hit in October of 2018. I dropped the album in December of 2018. So like I was literally like, I got shot, came out the hospital. I was literally in my basement, still bleeding and stuff like that from my wounds and all of that, and belting out these verses. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So that shit, yeah. Like when that happened, I had a new respect for life and all of that, man. Like I was just in the studio, like knocking out albums, knocking out features. Like I had a bunch of features back in like 2018, 2019, because I was just
going in.
Yeah, just rhyming. So that series is very important. Yeah, that series is very, very important to me, man. And like me and Hob, like that's my man, like that's my brother. Like we got a ill chemistry, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got that, then you got Bolo Young. Bolo Young is it's a classic album to me, man. It's a classic album, but not only that, that's the first album that I produced for another. No. That's the first album that I produced for another artist.
Oh yeah. Okay. Produced, all produced. Yeah.
So that's like, that's my firstborn right there, yo. Like so, like like remember I told you, like maybe a year or two prior, I was like, yo, I need to find an MC that I can link with to produce for. I found links online. And then I'm like, yo, this dude is incredible. Like, we need the link. So we started talking, started sending him beats, man. He's sending them joints back and he's sending missiles. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, the album is done. It was received well by the people. Like people still talk about that album, man. Classic album.
Dope album cover.
Dope album cover. Shout out to Jesse Blair. Yeah, he did that album. I mean, did that album cover. Copenhagen put it out, and it's sold out. It's sold out, man. And we, I'm very appreciative, very happy about the outcome of that album, man. And you know what I'm saying. And then what I say, number 5, what I say, Harbor Kids, man, Harbor Kids, cause with Harbor Kids, man, it's like I'm big on like concepts when it comes to these albums, right? But and just like sticking to the script and technical and this and that. It's like with Harbor Kids, I can kind of like, 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 I can loosen up a little bit, pause, like just kind of like, you know what I mean? Have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like what Squeege is, you know, that's his spirit. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I have a lot of fun doing projects with Son, you know what I'm saying? And plus that's my brother right there. So yeah, those are my top five. Yeah.
All right. Well, see that? Okay. I want to piggyback off that just real quick, and you kind of touched upon it a little bit. Who, and this doesn't have to be capped at anything, but whoever you feel like really just, I guess, naming, who are your favorite collaborators aside from Squeegee? I mean, because we see you a lot with Sub. You definitely around Sub a lot, Substance810. Who else would you say, like, you know, you kind of rolling tough with like that you popping out on featuring with all the time?
Oh yeah, Sub, that's my brother, man. Like, and I don't even know if I mentioned him enough, but yeah, like that brother that's a good brother. I know Trip was talking about him too when he was on the joint, man. Like, cats don't even know like the plethora of knowledge and wisdom that this dude got, man. And you know what I mean? He a good brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've had him on twice.
And he's one of the dopest MCs that I've met, you know what I'm saying? And I would definitely love to collab with him. Actually, you know, we got some things in the works. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta clear my table. But yeah, of course, that's nothing. Like, I like for shit to be organic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't have to, like, I want to make sure that the vibe is right. You know what I mean? Like,
of course,
we vibe like crazy, but I'm saying, like, when I work with an artist, like, you know, the vibe gotta be right before we just, you know what I'm saying, jump
hook up.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely Sub, man. Oh, shout out to Vega. Vega is another one. I needed to, you know, get him into that list too. Definitely one that I would love to produce, man, and work with incredible artists and producer too. People don't know. Yeah, he make beats as well.
Yeah, he cook up.
Yeah.
He's funny too, man.
Yes.
He's funny. He's a hilarious dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like,
one of my favorite group chats, him and Lord Owen.
That shit is hilarity at its finest, yo.
Yeah,
indeed. Oh, Squeegee, Trip too. Trip is funny as well.
Yeah, Trip is funny, man. Yeah, you gotta be funny, man. When you can put words and shit together like that, that's a dangerous person, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. World class shit talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, man. Well, it's been an honor to have you on this joint, my guy. It's been quite. Yeah, definitely, yo. I mean, shit. I know you Christopoulos. Shout out to Christopoulos. I know y'all did the interview. And y'all brought up something that was really cool about the you had the record Thriller, and you played it on your Fisher Price record player.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That was one of my first shit records I had, bro. Like, I had the Fisher Price joint. And I remember my babysitter gave me that. I don't know why she did, because it was like 83. So it was still hot. So maybe she was tired of listening to it. I don't know. But she gave me the record, and it was like, yo, that was my first introduction to like music for real. You know what I'm saying? So I played that record.
Great way.
Hell yeah. So, you know, I had that joint, and later on I got Dana Dane's Salt and Pepper, and you know, I don't know why my mother got Salt and Pepper, but, you know, it was dope at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was dope at the time. Yeah, she got it for me and all that. So, yeah. So,
True indeed.
Yeah. That. I mean, that's just the long and short of that is, and, you know, I've always been a lover of music, even before I started rhyming and making beats and all of that. You know, it's like, and still now, like, I'm just a lover of music, good music. Don't matter if it's boom, bap, trap, country, soul, whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, I'm a fan of the art at the end of the day. So.
True indeed, yo. Me too, man. But none of them new Nas's. Man.
Yeah. yeah, absolutely.
If you ever have some extra time, just go ahead and pick up them BPMs and remix them. And I love them shits, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word.
Maybe get Knife Wonder to do it, man. I know he did Godson, right?
Godson, Stepson, I believe, something like that.
God Stepson. Yeah.
I would love somebody to do that, or go get the old Beanie Siegel shits that were so bad. Take his vocals and put because there's a lot of good producers out here now that weren't using those samples back then. I mean, weren't using samples. I don't know what the fuck they was doing. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm a remix them. I'm gonna call it King's Cure.
King's Cure.
Science.
Oh yeah, instead of disease. Hey yo, boom.
Instead of magic, it'll be science.
Yeah, word, King. Yeah, science. Yeah, because it sounded like chlamydia on that
Fix
shit.
both of those joints.
I need to make a sign. Bring back Salam Remy, please.
Salam Remy.
Yeah, Salam Remy. That's the name, right? They made all them dope shit for Nas.
Yeah, he made. So you like Street? So you like the album Street Disciple? Because that was totally produced by Salam.
No.
Yes, the first disc.
No, I do not.
Loved it. First disc, I love it. The second disc, not so much. First disc, I loved it. I
like Thieves theme. That's it.
Man, yo, I squeeze nipples like pimples to get the pus. Get it? You remember that line? We don't give a fuck though. Say the day away of us though, but we don't give a flying 747.
I did not like that double album. Nah.
Did you? Hey yo, Jamil, you liked it?
I liked the lyrics. I thought the lyrics was crazy. I wasn't too crazy.
Lyrics is always dope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, I mean, come on, man. You already know, you already know how that goes with Nas and his theory about the production and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
We all know that.
We all know that. But hey man, you already said the gem of the day. You really just made me think differently, man. I'm done wanting Nas to be the Nas I want him to be. I'm just accepting Nas as who he is. You know what I mean?
I still have Illmatic. Doesn't take that away.
I can play it whenever I want to. Yeah. Yep. So
and I'm with Lukey.
With that.
I did this years ago. I started just gravitating to artists that I felt was, without gravitating to the artists that I felt was consistent in the way that I wanted, consistency. But I thought consistency looked like, you know what I mean? But, as an artist, man, I understand a lot more, you know what I'm saying? Just being in this shit, you want to take that journey, and sometimes, man, you might run into a few sticky bushes and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? No, seriously, word, and shit. I mean, look, we all have them. There's some projects of mine that's maybe not, at my favorites, or something that I would put up against something the top 5 that I gave you. You know what I mean? It's just, and someone else could say that, I ain't rocking with this one. I prefer that one, but that's just the story of the artist. Yeah, subjective. Yeah, subjective. Because that's somebody
a blessing to have a catalog, honestly.
Absolutely. Because it's that's the whole, listen, man, Nas would not be Nas without the body of work that he has.
Yep.
Just 100%. Imagine, look at certain artists, right, that only have one project, and we still we haven't gotten nothing else from this person. We just can't go by that one. Whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? We haven't got anything else out of this person, but it's with Nas, you got a whole catalog of stuff that you can say is trash, and then you got albums that he got more than one classic. Have Illmatic.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's go figure, man. That's what I aspire to be at, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be making no, you owe me's and nothing like that, but I ain't doing that, but. You know what I mean? I aspire to have a great body of work, man. You know what I'm saying? And for people to see and witness the growth You know what I'm saying?
We're here for it, for sure.
Definitely, man. Thank you for taking some time out with us, man.
Yes.
And for the record,
awesome.
you owe me. I like that song because I like the video because they had Rams jerseys on. I'm a Rams fan.
So absolutely. I like that. You know, you get a little two-step and the girls like it and all that, but I'm just saying, I'm not making no type of shit.
Hey, I know, yo. Well, I know some of the homies hate that song.
Yeah,
they hate it.
Yeah, but the girls loved it, man. You know,
true indeed. And sometimes that's what it's all about, Nas, ain't it? He married Khalees in the milkshake bar. All the boys to the yard.
Well, she bad.
Yeah,
that's a bad. Yeah, I didn't notice. Well, she. Anyway,
she's grown up a lot.
I noticed from the run. Khalees made songs for girls that read, but they'll crash out. Yeah.
Right.
The black girls that watch anime. The black girls that watch anime. Yeah. Oh man, my phone about to die. Damn.
Oh shit.
Always. Oh, shit. Yeah, but anyway, boom. We got motherfuckers Jamil Honesty on there. Baltimore, Staten Island, Wu-Tang, Tri-Call Quest.
Sir. Yes, sir.
He made the decision for us. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang, but it's not a landslide victory. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Yeah.
Episode 194. We see our motherfuckers next week.
That's a great answer.
Salute, man.
All about the
love, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Black
man.
House.
Cash
Black
rules
House
everything around me. Black House Records, The Divine Scheme, Jamil Honesty, me and this motherfucker 2025. Peace.
Yeah.
Baltimore, Staten Island. Stand up. Word.